Well, Coach, kind of talked about the home regatta last week and the performance.
We really got lucky on that. Of course, today's weather, I think, is what we would have really liked to have had. I was at the starting line this year, so I started all of the races, so I didn't actually get to see much of the racing. And I think overall, obviously, it was good performance for Humboldt State. But, I think that's part of home field advantage too, the ins and outs of the race course, and that definitely makes a big difference. Your fans are there, and there was a really good turnout, so what I hear was the energy was great in and around the aquatic center and the Adorney Center. So, I know that the feedback from the teams, besides, the water conditions being a little challenging, that they had a really good time. And, if we can get them to say that they had a really good time, then there's a chance that they'll want to come back. So we had a couple of schools that have never been before, so Lewis and Clark and Pacific University out of Oregon made the trip down on Friday, and so they had a really good time. So hopefully we'll see them back next year. Sacramento State men came for the first time, and they actually asked if they could come back already next year, so it's good. I think it's really good. So.
Yeah, how important to kind of put on a good show, hospitality, all that good stuff, to get teams that want to come back and be here year after year and continue to grow this regatta event.
Yeah, it's one of the things that we ask our student athletes is to be very good hosts, primarily because the staff is all working. So we had most of the coaches on the water. We had one coach on the dock, and the responsibility of getting themselves ready, warming up, launching their boats, bringing their boats back in, and also hosting 7 other universities. We did get a couple of emails saying that they felt like the student athletes were very gracious, very helpful, and so if that's the response we're getting, then we did our job well. That the students really made it come off. They put in a lot of work getting the facility ready. Obviously, we feed the teams. They put all of that. They help put all of that together. Of course, it takes a village, as they say. And there were people, student athletes, parents who came out and helped, so it was good. The hospitality was good. The aquatic center opened their doors for us to host there, and that, is just a remarkable facility. People really enjoyed and are impressed with that building. So overall, I think it was a great weekend.
Nice. What has been your strongest boat to this point?
I would probably say it's our recruiting class, our freshman class that are coming in. They have, from the very beginning, we did a big recruiting this year with anticipation of so many kids graduating in May, and it's just a really athletic class. It's not to say that the returners aren't doing a great job. Our women's varsity program is starting to really pick up speed, but coming into the racing season, those new rowers, those novice, have been just on the heels of the returners, and that within itself has pushed everybody to become a lot faster. So it's, I would say, obviously we had good performances because I think we probably finished in some of the top spots in most of the events. And so you have to give everybody equal credit. The conditions were challenging. We were racing into a headwind this weekend, or a head current this weekend, and some races were 3 minutes longer than they're supposed to be. Some colleagues in the East Coast looked at the results and said, what kind of head current is that? That looks like torture. But no, I think that they're all doing pretty good. We head to University of Central Oklahoma on Thursday of this week to race UCO, University of Central Oklahoma, and Nova Southeastern. And we're only able to take our top 12 because of budget. And so we'll compete against them. We race them. We'll do a little scrimmage on Friday night, and then we'll do the full race on Saturday morning. And then we come home, and then, a week later we'll see Western Washington for the first time. And I don't think we'll see Seattle Pacific until we get to the WERA Championships, but then we'll meet up with them again at Dad Vales. So we start to really pick up the pace of the season, and now we'll start to get some cross-region ranking. University of Central Oklahoma moved into the West region with the anticipation of UC San Diego moving into Division I, and Nova Southeastern rose out of the South, and so there's a lot of cross-region ranking. It should give us a fair idea of how we're doing. One of the nice things is that University of Central Oklahoma is actually going to go to Seattle, Washington and race Seattle Pacific and Western Washington the week after Covered Bridge. So things should become pretty clear within the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah, you're talking more just opportunity and just experience, but to get out there to Central Oklahoma and compete.
You know, the University of Central Oklahoma has just been really wonderful. You know, moving into the West region, they need to be able to rank, and we all need to be able to compete other than at the end of the year championships. So they invited us to come race there. They are putting us up. They're providing transportation and food. And so what we did was take what our normal budget would be, and we were able to buy airline tickets to go and visit UCO. And I think that it's probably reciprocal. I think Seattle Pacific is probably doing that for UCO. That's something that we've started to see a lot more in rowing, is just, you know, trying to figure out a way to get in those competitions without breaking the bank to do so.
And so by doing that, it's all first class tickets, right?
Yeah, we'll be driving down to San Francisco at 4 a.m. on Thursday. But, you know, it's pretty remarkable. They lend us all of the equipment, everything that we need, and, you know, I just really anticipate this being a great trip. Lori Shepard just got back from there, and she said that the winds are pretty high, but Coach Rice has indicated that the course is somewhat protected, and that, you know, he thinks it'll be good racing. Friday night's kind of fun. They have 3 boathouses on their waterway, and they have lights that come on at night. So we're going to do some really short sprint type racing after dark under the lights. So it's like a 2,000 meter football field. So I don't know, pretty exciting. Can't wait.
Sounds like fun.
Thank you.
Well, enjoy.
All right.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate
Bye.
it.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Have a great